Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video I'm bringing to you another episode of the League 2 Roundup. More transfers coming through this week. Most teams in League 2 have gone back now for start of pre-season, so we'll see a lot more transfers coming in the next few weeks now. Some big transfer rumours coming out as well. Quite a big story emerging this week with a potential departure at one of the League 2 teams. So a lot to round up in this video, so let's get into it. Let's start off with the confirmed transfers then, and we're going to start off with probably the most active team in the transfer window this week, Newport County. They've announced 6 signings this week. They started the week announcing the signing of Anthony Glennon, and then the other 5 were Kieran Brennan from Sheffield Wednesday, Oliver Greaves has joined the club, Jacob Carney from Sunderland, Kai Whitmore has joined as well on a free transfer, and Joe Thomas from Swansea. So a lot of signings this week. I think the standout signing that one is Anthony Glennon. I actually suggested he should sign for Newport in my video. One signing each League 2 club should sign. He's going to be a good left back for him, good technical ability. Neither 5 of them don't know too much about him, but could turn out to be some good signings and good competition in that Newport squad going into next season. Crew have announced a double signing this week, one a loan and one a permanent deal. The loan signing was Jamie Knight-Lebel on a season-long loan from Bristol City, and Jack Lancaster on a free transfer from Cambridge. I really like that signing from Crew. Lancaster, I think he's got real good technical ability in the forward areas, and one that 12 months ago was looking at a higher club in League 1, and he's dropped down to League 2, and I think he'll do well at this level. And I think obviously the other signing of Knight-Lebel, I think Crew have had some good success with loan signings, so this one could be a solid addition. If we go to Port Vale, they also announced a double signing this week, announcing the signing of Sam Hart on a free transfer from Sutton United. Believe he was at the club before, earlier in his career on a loan deal, so knows the club already. Could be a decent signing for the squad, but their key signing this week was the announcement of Laurent Toulage from Aldershot on an undisclosed free and a 3-year deal. Signing of intent, I think, from Port Vale, this one. Obviously, he did really well in the National League last season, scoring 22 goals, and I think it's the perfect fit really as a striker for a Darren Moore side. Big, strong striker, good in the air, but he's also quite good with his feet as well, quite an athletic striker, and I think he'll do well at Port Vale, and I think it's a solid signing from them. Colchester got some business done this week, announcing 2 signings on Friday afternoon, announcing the signing of Ben Goodliff on an undisclosed fee from National League side Sutton United, and John Kemeny Gordon on a free transfer following his release from Crystal Palace. 2 good additions, these ones, I think. I think Ben Goodliff will go into that defence, try and tighten it up, good aerial presence, comfortable with the ball at his feet at times. And then Kemeny Gordon, I think, is a really promising and exciting player. Plenty of pace, just needs to work on his end product at times, potentially. But if he can sort that out, his numbers will thrive next season under the Cowleys. Barrow have added into their striking department, announcing the signing of Andrew Dallas on a loan signing until the end of the season from Barnsley. I've always rated Dallas as a striker. I think he's got the natural ability to score goals wherever he's been really. He's struggled as of late over the last couple seasons, but if he can try and regain that form he had at Solihull Moors, then Barrow will be loving this signing. Swindon added 2 players to their squad this week, announcing the signing of Will Wright from League 1 side Crawley Town, and announcing the signing of Harry Smith on a free transfer. Now, Will Wright, I think, is an outstanding bit of business. I think he's a good ball playing defender, gets involved with goals as well. He's quite good at set pieces, so I think that one will be a good signing in the back three. And then Harry Smith as that aerial presence up front. I think if he can, score 10 plus goals on the Sutton side, if he can get better service with Swindon, then that could be good news for Swindon. They look like they're building quite a big team as well, Swindon. A lot of the players they've brought in are over at 6 foot, so I think these are going to be quite a physical and aerial side next season potentially. Carlisle have announced the signing of ex-Sunderland midfielder Ethan Robson. 27-year-old joins following his departure from MK Dons. And I think there's a good player in Ethan Robson. It's just trying to get it out of him on a consistent basis, and I think Paul Simpson could be the good man to get the best out of him. Notts County have also signed 2 players this week, announcing the signing of Rod McDonald from Harrogate, and Curtis Edwards has joined following his release from Woking. Start with McDonald. I think that's a good bit of business in defence. I think Notts County have got some really good options now in that back 3 department, which they needed to strengthen going into this season. So, credit to the club for strengthening that department. And Curtis Edwards, don't know too much about him, but reading up on him, had some really good experience. I think he's played, in European competitions in Scandinavia. I think he played against the likes of Arsenal as well in the Europa League. So some good experience there for Notts County, and I think they're building quite a good squad going into next season. Some news regarding incomings and outgoings at MK Dons. They announced the signing of Joe Pritchard following the expiry of his contract at fellow League 2 side Accrington Stanley. Another smart signing from MK Dons, building a really good side. 7 goals and 5 assists from the 27-year-old, so adding to their attacking ranks. But the outgoing they have announced was Cameron Norman. He has left the club to go and join League 2 side Tranmere Rovers. I think that's a really good signing for Tranmere. He can play as a centre back or right back or right wing back, and he's a solid League 2 player. He gets up and down as a wing back, but he's also quite comfortable on the ball. And been impressed with the 3 signings Tranmere have made, real good quality ones. And yeah, that's a really good signing for Tranmere. A bit of a loss for MK Dons. So my side, Walsall, announced a signing this week, announcing the signing of Charlie Lakin on a free transfer following his release from Burton Albion. Did a video on this signing, so if you want to check it in more detail, just go over to my channel. But a little bit of my thoughts on it. I think it's a smart signing. 8 goals, 5 assists on loan at Sutton last season. Hopefully he brings that to the Saddlers. I've mentioned this on one of my other episodes, but Elliot Bonds has left Cheltenham Town to join Fleetwood Town on a 3-year deal. I think this one is replaceable from Cheltenham, but by the sounds of it, Michael Flynn's going to have a good clear out there. Obviously they've already brought in a handful of players, so we're expecting a lot more signings to come through at Cheltenham. But second signing for Charlie Adams' side, they haven't strengthened in both of the signings really in midfield, both from being centre midfielders in Matty Virtue as well. So it's obviously an area they needed to strengthen, and they've done it early as well. Probably the biggest signing in terms of name this week was the signing of Billy Sharp. He has rejoined Doncaster following his release from Hull City. I think this is his fourth spell at the club. He's well regarded at Doncaster, so it's a real good signing. A big statement signing for Doncaster. He's 38 though, so that's my only question mark over it. Has he still got the legs to still be playing? But you don't ever lose that natural ability to score goals, and I think they had some good service into the strikers last season, Doncaster, especially in the second half of the season. I think if you can put the balls in, within the 18-yard box of Billy Sharp, he scores goals. He's done it in his career. Sheffield United, and club legend there really. And yeah, I think it's a big signing for Doncaster, a signing that's going to show a big intent on the league. We've got some good strikers in the league now, the likes of your Paddy Maddens, your Billy Sharps, your Andy Cook. So there's quite a good range of strikers in this league going into next season. Let's move on to some transfer rumours now, and I think the big story coming out this week is that Championship side Millwall have put a bid in for Notts County top goal scorer last season, top goal scorer in League 2, Macaulay Langstaff. And I think it's going to be a long summer for Notts County fans personally. I think it's going to be a long one, trying to keep hold of him. Deadline in September, only in June, and Championship clubs are already putting bids in for him. I think it's going to be a long one for them, and it might be a struggle to keep hold of him. But obviously a couple of weeks ago, Notts County did announce that he's the new captain of the club. So for Notts County fans, they'll be keeping their fingers crossed that he does stay with the club. But when Championship clubs come knocking, it is hard to turn down that deal. Could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for Langstaff to jump up into the second division, and I think he deserves it, to be honest with you. Really proved himself in the lower divisions, did brilliant in the National League, scoring over 40 goals, top goal scorer in League 2 in his first League 2 season, so absolutely outstanding from him. But it's not just his goal scoring I'm really impressed with. His overall play is outstanding. I think he brings other players in, the likes of your Jody Jones, Danny Crowley's in that side. He's really good with the ball at his feet. Links play really well, but he's also, he's got that killer instinct in front of goal. And yeah, it's no surprise that championship clubs are coming calling for him, and we'll see where this one develops. Transfer news regarding my side, Walsall. Apparently we have agreed a deal with Burton Albion to sign Josh Gordon on a permanent deal. Hasn't gone down well with the fan base, this one. Obviously he was on loan last season with us in the second half of the season, scored just the one goal with us. I think there's a little bit of an overreaction with Josh Gordon. I think we've had a lot worse players at the club, a lot worse strikers over the years, and I think he offers you something different in terms of the sense with his running and his pressing. We'd like him to score more goals, but hopefully that comes. He has scored 15 goals at this level, and I do love the work rate of Josh Gordon. You just can't fault it, can you? But you would like a more clinical striker. I think that was the problem last season with our strikers. We didn't really have an out-and-out goal scorer when Freddie Draper left. So we'll wait and see. Fingers crossed he can score the goals that we want next season, but hasn't really gone down well with the fan base, this one. Grimsby apparently linked with Icelandic winger Jason Støy Svansforsen. Sorry if I've butchered the pronunciation of that name, but looks like an exciting signing this could be for Grimsby if they could get it over the line. Got some really good numbers in Iceland. I think he scored 9 goals in 15 games off right wing this season, and he's done it in the last couple of seasons. Could be an exciting signing. Like I said, not many teams have really dipped into the Icelandic market, and it could be a real gem of a signing for Grimsby if they do manage to seal this signing. As I talked about Grimsby in the last transfer rumour, apparently there is a departure that they could be losing in a transfer rumour. Crawley apparently put a bid in for defender Tobias Mullakai. Apparently it's a 6-figure deal as well, so I think he did an okay job with Grimsby last season. Slotted in at centre back at times towards the latter stages, and he's more natural right back as well. But I think if they can get a fee off him, they can really reinvest this money back into the squad. Many League 1 and League 2 clubs, including Salford, Gillingham and Crewe Alexandra, are after Tom Carroll. The midfielder, has been around in the game for many years now, more known for his time at Swansea, recently at Exeter as well. Like I said, dropping down to League 2, he could be showing some real good quality in that league with any of them clubs mentioned, so we'll wait and see where this one progresses. So there you have it. I've rounded up all things League 2 from the following week. Let me know what your team has done in terms of transfer business this week. Are you happy with your club's transfer business, or do you think your club needs to do more signings in going into the next coming weeks? We're getting close to the start of pre-season games, so expecting many signings over the next coming weeks. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.